Good morning, all.
Good morning. Happy Sunday.
Welcome to the Divine Fellowship. I'm Pastor Phil, and this is Pastor Janice. Hi.
Just Janice. It's fine.
Just Janice?
Just Janice.
Yeah.
So
I know.
you call me Ms. Janice. Miss Janice.
I call you Mr. Phil sometimes, too.
Yeah.
So I remember the first funeral I did, long time ago, what, 25, 26 years ago, some stupid thing. And I went to the funeral parlor and I said, well, so what do we call you? Do we call you pastor or minister or reverend? And I went, oh, boy, I'm about the most irreverent reverend you ever want to know. So call me Phil.
I have a new nickname for Phil.
Hi, Jackie.
I call him Wonder Phil. Because he's been working really, really hard this week at getting all the technical computer stuff and the repeater stuff.
4 days out of the last 7 hours every day. It's been
every
ridiculous.
Day. Ridiculous.
So, but hopefully everything is well now.
Yeah.
Hopefully the picture is clear. The sound is clear.
Yep.
And our connection should be wonderful because we've had people to the house twice this week.
Ran all new lines.
So hopefully everything will be fine.
And Lila wants to say hello. Hi, Lila.
Hi, dog.
Did you want to come up and say hello?
No, don't do. Oh,
she could come up and say hello.
Hello. Oh, that's far enough. No. Why did you do that? I can't believe you do that. You did that.
Because I can.
Yeah.
She's a shrew. Okay, that's enough.
Dog. No. You need to get down. Get down.
Anybody want to use dog? That's a good girl.
Hey, we have the annual. I never knew how to. I always pronounce it Perseid shower.
Perseid
meteors. Yeah, that's this week. The biggest is like the 11th, 12th, 13th. So that would be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Would be the best time to see it. So yeah. If you've never seen
on the heels of the comet,
on the heels of the comet,
meteor shower.
Yes. So all right. So hopefully everybody's there. Carol and Roy, and I saw Rochelle and Scott. Hey, Scott. So, all right, let's vamonos and get going. No.
Not that kind of
Not kind of
no.
Okay. We do have a couple patron saints by the name of George Carlin and John Lennon.
Yay, George and John. Oh, and by the way.
Yeah?
Jesus is just all right with me.
Jesus is just all right.
Well, yeah.
That's our favorite song. We always play it as a call to service and...
Yeah. We don't get
play it yourself. So,
yeah.
All right. John said, love is the flower you've got to let grow. Yeah. And George, as soon as someone is identified as an unsung hero, he is no longer.
Because he's been sung.
Yep. All right. Things that make you go,
You make me go, a lot.
I know. You don't have to deserve your mother's love. You have to deserve your father's. He's more particular. I know.
Who said that?
Robert Frost.
Huh.
I know. It's like, what? There you go. It's going to be fun to watch and see how long the meek can keep the earth after they inherit it. You don't have to agree with them. It just makes you go,
Yeah,
It is an easy matter for a stingy man to get rich, but what's the use? It's actually an American proverb. So, I have not been afraid of excess. Excess on occasion is exhilarating. It prevents moderation from acquiring and deadening the effect of a habit.
Lots of hmms today. So,
Okay. Named after a Pulitzer Prize-winning cartoonist, a Rube Goldberg machine is any exceedingly complex apparatus that performs a very simple task in a very indirect and convoluted way. Go Mousetrap!
Yes.
Remember the old, if you're our age or so, there was an old game called Mousetrap. I loved it. It's probably the only game in my life that I actually loved. So.
And that's why you can put up with doing all of your work on your van again.
I know.
Like a mousetrap.
This week I am now an expert plastic repairer and fiberglass. Whoever thought I'd be doing either one of those? Good grief.
Because it needed it, and nobody else would do it.
And
so.
nobody else would do it. Well, they
would. But Ouch.
a couple $1,000 for the work. That
Excuse me.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, it is always, this is an old proverb, but I think it's really, actually still really, really good.
Okay.
It is always darkest just before the dawn. I mean,
Dawn, come on. Yeah, bring it.
hi, Karen. Nature is the art of God,
Oh, yes.
and a thing of beauty is a joy forever.
Who said that? Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Ooh,
Who said that?
dang, everybody's going to see that. John Keats. Oh.
I mean, I've heard that quoted many, many times.
Yeah.
But I didn't know who it was from.
I didn't either. I still don't. I don't know who the guy was.
Keats.
Anybody know
Keats?
who John Keats was?
Yeah, Keats.
Okay.
Keats.
All right. If Jimmy cracks corn and no one cares, why is there a song about him?
I've always wondered that.
Okay. If corn oil is made from corn, vegetable oil is
Oh, you
made.
did
I
that
did
one
that. I
already.
know. I was thinking. I wrote it, erased it on another one. Do illiterate people get the full effect of alphabet soup? I don't know. Does pushing the elevator more than once make it arrive faster?
Of course
Why
it does. Of course it
doesn't-
does.
Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle?
Who says it doesn't?
Most of the time it doesn't because you can get it out.
All of it?
Oh. Do you ever wonder why you gave me your email address?
Frequently.
Yeah. Oh, oh, wait a minute. I do have one final one. Okay. That's right. I forgot about this one. Okay. God is busy. If you don't know, a United States Marine was attending some college courses between assignments. He had completed missions in Iraq and Afghanistan. One of the courses had a professor who was a avowed atheist and a member of the ACLU. Not that that means anything, but it's a joke, okay? One day the professor shocked the class when he came in. He looked in the ceiling and flatly stated, "God, if you're real, I want you to knock me down off of this platform. I'll give you exactly 15 minutes. The lecture room fell silent. You couldn't hear a pin drop. 10 minutes went by and the professor proclaimed, "Here I am, God. I'm still waiting." It got down to the last couple of minutes when the Marine got out of his chair, went up to the professor and cold cocked him one, knocking him off the platform. The professor was out cold. The Marine went back to his seat and sat silently. The other students were shocked and stunned and sat there looking on in silence. The professor eventually came to, noticeably shaken, looked at the Marine and asked, "What the heck was that all about?" "Well, why did you do that?" The Marine calmly replied, "God was too busy today protecting America's soldiers who are protecting your right to say stupid stuff and act like an idiot, so he sent me." I'm not professing that anyone does stuff like that, but it's a joke. It's funny. So, funny. Haha. Bye. She's on. She's on, as in Shazam?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm supposed to follow that?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, there he is. See?
I forgot. How many people out there at a little after 10 o'clock on a Sunday still haven't gotten dressed for the day? Still have their night clothes, pajamas, or whatever on, or are not completely all dressed? Hold, well, let me count. One. About half.
You're weird.
Well, yeah. So, bye.
Phil. Yeah, Phil. What can I say? I need a minute, I think, to segue out.
You do the communion?
I did the communion. Yes, thanks for asking. Takes two. Takes two of us to do any of this, so that's a good thing. Okay, what I want to talk to you about today, how to set this up for you. Well, let me tell you a story. Some of you have heard this story before. It's an old one, a personal experience story. Many, many years ago, Phil and I had just gotten married, I think. So that's a long time ago. And we were at a workshop, a marketing workshop. And the presenter had us break up into groups of 5 people. And the purpose of this was to break us through barriers that we had set for ourselves. And there are barriers that we didn't maybe necessarily know that we had. So in order to get us to that point, he had us make a wish. I wish I was. I wish I could. And then we broke up into these smaller groups. And we were to tell the people in the group what our wish was and why we didn't think we could fulfill it. And once we did that, then he had the person say, I am whatever their wish was, in a fulfilled statement. Make it an I am statement. Now, I've talked to you before about the power of I am statements. So this was one of those situations where it was hard, because mine was I wanted to be a writer. So I said, I am a writer. And then the other 4 people in the group would throw back to me all the reasons why I thought I couldn't. And I was to say, I am a writer until I got it, until I took it on, until I claimed it, until I owned it. And then the people in the group acknowledged it and said, yes, you can. Yes, you are. It was very powerful, and it took me quite a while. And every time I would say, I'm a writer, they'd throw back, well, you don't have anything important to say, you know, all those things that I had prompted them to say. But when I finally realized that I am a writer, that I have words are powerful, and I love the ability to turn a phrase. And when I do that people are encouraged, people are blessed by that. And when it registered in my heart, the words coming out of my mouth were different. It wasn't just loud, I am a writer. Because there were people, all the different groups, and there was some screaming over here and all that. It just settled in, locked in. I'm a writer. And it was just truth. And the minute that truth hit, they stopped what they were doing and they all said, yes. And they confirmed that for me. Changed my life. Changed my life. I want us to look at our I am statements, because there's so much going on in the world right now that we can say things like, I'm so angry, or I'm so afraid, or I'm disgusted, or I'm frustrated, or whatever. Noticing the I am statements is really important, especially the negative ones, because they're negatively addressing or impacting who we are. They're negatively identifying us. It's like a name tag. I am anger. Let's say it a different way. It's like saying my true essence is angry. Oh no, we don't want that. Do we? I don't think so. Because this I am essence is this divine nature, this calling, this specific truth of who you are. And we carelessly use this I am statement. Remember in Exodus, when God presented himself to Moses in the burning bush, he referred to himself as I am. Exodus chapter 20. Read that. Good book. I want to. Referred to himself as I am. This is that divine essence. Jesus referred to himself as I am the way, the truth, and the life. We've talked about that on lots of different levels. Those I am statements are powerful. What I am statement are you claiming for yourself? It's identifying ourselves. It's acknowledging who we are. It's changing our identity. Identifying with a specific of who we are. And that can really limit us. Because is your true nature, your true quality of who you are, really that essence? No. And here's the point I'm trying to make. The I am essence of us is that divine nature. You know, the Holy Spirit has been gifted to us, that there's a part of us that is untouched, unscathed by this world. And when we say I am and apply a feeling, a negative feeling to it, we're identifying with the world rather than our divine nature. So pay attention to what the I am statement is that we're expressing to ourselves. I'm stressed. So that's like saying my divine nature seeks stress. My divine nature lives in stress. That doesn't even feel right, does it? We're setting ourselves away from our divine nature when we express it in that way. I'm sick and tired of this and that and the other thing. Well, it is my divine right to be sick and tired when we say that in the I am statement. No, I don't think so. That doesn't even feel right, does it? So our true nature is this divine spark that is unscathed by world experiences, life experiences. Now, let's face it, there's some really unpleasant stuff going on. That doesn't mean we have to be oblivious to it, but it does mean that we transcend it. We live above it and beyond it. And that if it's ours to do to change, we'll change it. If it's not ours to do to change, we can notice it and not give it any energy. Make sense? This I am presence that we hold within our being is powerful. And we limit it, we hamstring it, we hobble it by tying it into identifying with these negative emotions that are just fleeting. Because I had that day. And, I just was cranky all day, whining cranky. Have you ever had a whiny cranky day? Yeah, we do. But to say I am always whiny and cranky, no. I just kind of fell into that. I got caught up in that for a day. Or not even a full day, maybe most of the day, but some of the day. But to say I am could lock it in for me. But rather, wouldn't it be better to say, I just got caught up in whiny for a while. Instead of saying, I am angry. That feeling of anger is really strong right now. See how different that is? Then we have power over it. It doesn't contain us. It doesn't restrict us. We have power over it. We can shift, we can change, we can move, we can adapt as necessary. Our feelings are transitory, but the I am is eternal. That's the eternal aspect of us. So applying an eternal statement to where we might be temporarily is very limiting. And rather than limit ourselves, wouldn't it be nice to just be blessing in a new way? So time to put on our identity, claim it. Who are you really? Phil and I were talking about this morning. And throughout most of what I do, whether it's using words, communicating like this, or in writing or whatever, is encouraging. I try to give people tools, and I try to be very encouraging to them. So I am an encourager. So Phil and I were talking about, well, what is it that you do? And of course, we had a few laughs about that, as you can imagine. And it came up, he's an instructor. He brings information to people so they can make a choice. And whatever choice they make is their decision. But he brings them information, so at least they're not making an uninformed decision. So he's an educator in that regard. He's a lot of other things as well, but his purposefulness, when he feels really alive and when he's really doing what he came here to do, It's being that instructor. So what did you come here to do? What is the essence of your service? I'm not talking about your work. I'm not talking about how you make money or put food on the table. I'm not talking about any of that. But how can you be of service to others? Because that's where this I am presence is. The I am isn't about, it's about me and look at me and I'm doing this for me. It's how do you apply who you are, the truth of who you are, into this world. And that's who you are really. That's the I am presence within. That's the divine nature that's manifesting itself for you. Does that make sense to you? What are you claiming for yourself? I guess is what I'm wanting to say. The I am is that creative energy. The I am is creator, created the universe, created the world, created all that you see. So there's this creative aspect. How is that creative aspect that lives within you manifesting itself in service to others? Here's the snag. If you're not in service to others in some way, shape, or form, you're not going to be happy. Are you feeling a little unhappy? You feeling stuck? I tell you, when I was doing the whiny thing, I wasn't encouraging anybody. And it was showing. And when I started to break free from that, Divine Source brought a couple of people to my heart and said, oh, look at these people. Have you touched base with them? And I hadn't. So I sent them some encouragement. And that's brought me back to being online, connected in, and divinely inspired. So what is it in your world that you do as service that links you in, that is creative, that creates this sacredness in a tangible, functioning form? So I seem to get caught up in is a better way to say than I am for expressing those temporary experiences. The worry, the fear, dread, frustration, all that stuff. I seem to get caught up in that. So how can you claim who you really are? How can you find who you really are? The key is to look back on where you've been. What do you do? What is it that is your true nature? How are you fulfilling that? It's something you're already doing. It's not something you have to manufacture. But you're already doing it. You just haven't identified it yet. And it's like if you went to a workshop and you had to, there's name badges on the table and you have to pick up yours. You're not going to pick up somebody else's name badge. You want your name badge. You want to be identified as you, who you really are. Who are you really? What are you really doing when you're here in this life, in this physical plane? And if you're feeling disjointed or disconnected or dissatisfied with life, look at that. Look at that very deeply. And how are you being of service? How can you be of service? Are your words being of service? My very first business card, I had on it, I couldn't say psychic because I was like, oh, I can't be a psychic. Nobody would want that. So I called myself an empowerment consultant. And that's what I do. I help people connect into their own sense of their own power, right? And it's still the same. But I do that with encouraging words. I am an encourager. That's what I do. And that's when I'm happiest. That's when I'm most alive. And when that I am presence is most present with me. So let's take a few moments. On Wednesday Wisdoms, we're going to work on this a little bit further. But take a moment. I am. What are you? What is the essence? What is the true nature of your identity? What about you blesses the world? That's what I want you to tap into. Now, with that said, when you find yourself, I'm probably not the only one, when you find yourself saying, I'm not good enough, I'm a failure, I screwed up, oh, look at all the faults I've got, look at all the mistakes I've made, those are I am statements. And they don't connect you to spirit. They don't connect me to spirit. They block that because they're limited, they're judging, and they're not tapping into the true nature that is divine in nature, is eternal in nature, and transcends all of that. It taps into this physical plane and limits us. So instead, let's shift our thinking back to I am, and identifying that value that we're doing as service. That make sense? I hope it does. Ponder on that. Think on that. Be on that. Be with that for a little bit. It's hard. It's tricky. So start with, I wish I was. What do you wish for yourself? I wish I was healthy. Because, oh, don't we claim illnesses? Oh, I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm weak. We don't want to claim that for ourselves because that's identifying with it, and that is labeling us in a way that is not in conjunction with our sacred divine nature. I am healer and I am healing. Might be a better way to say that. So notice that, but notice about the wish. What did you wish you could do if you were here? Oh, there's all kinds of doubts that are going to come up with that, just like in that experience that I had in that workshop. All kinds of doubts and fears are going to come up with that, and the reasons why not, because we bought into it. But what if those reasons are just static? What if they don't really mean anything? What if they're not truth? What if the truth transcends that? What if the truth instead is more about that divine essence that transcends time and space? Because that's the truth of it. You are not your mistakes. I'm not my mistakes. But boy, when I get in a bad place, a whiny spot, I remember every screw up. It's just how we do. That's just what the brain does for us. But when I remember the truth of who I am, it locks me into my heart space, and the brain goes, oh yeah, that's true. We get it. We'll show you how to use that. So the heart and the mind work together in this soul connection with divine source that feeds that energy, that blesses us and strengthens us in that regard. So let's take a little guided meditation, shall we? This one should be fun. We're going to, don't know how much to tell you ahead of time. I guess I'm not going to tell you anything ahead of time. So let's just center into the center of your being and kind of get settled in there and balanced in there. Might want to take a deep breath. Just kind of relax the shoulders, let them drop away from your ears. Oh. Because in this I am state, there's no burden. Just is. Just is. And there's so much freedom here, so much joy here, so much passion here, so much power here. And so that all the burden of, I got to do it right, and all that stuff can just fall away. So just let it all go. Now from that heart space of centering, allow yourself to be mindful and aware of the bottoms of your feet. Take your awareness down into the bottoms of your feet. Just be there. Your awareness isn't stuck in your head. Your awareness isn't in your brain. Your awareness is this expansive experience that you have that can be anywhere you send it. So send it into your feet, the bottoms of your feet. As you do that now, notice that there are portals at the bottoms of your feet and they open. These are two-way portals. So energy can flow out of you into the earth and energy can flow from the earth into you. So as they open, you're going to draw energy from the earth into your body. So bring it up your legs and into your heart space so that your heart is grounded, it's solid, it's strong, it's here, it's powerful. You're locked into this physical plane. Now, a lot of people that I visit with, they're like outside of themselves energetically. They're not really locked into the physical form. And that diminishes their power. So lock your power back in by getting grounded. It's like I've often said, the higher you want to go spiritually, the more grounded is necessary. More grounding is necessary. So notice yourself just noticing the earth, and then notice your heart space. And that creates this link and this energy flow. Okay? Now bring your awareness, allow that to happen, and bring your awareness into your mind. And touch base with all of those I ams that you've been saying that aren't true. By saying them, you've claimed them as true, but they're not true and you don't want them anymore. So the I am afraid, I am sad, I'm angry, all of those I ams that are, certainly there's times when we're angry and times when we're sad, and times when we're frustrated, all of that. But they're not who we are. It's what we're experiencing in a moment. So allow those I ams that aren't truly identifying you, the truth of you, allow them just to fall down through your body out the bottoms of your feet. They're heavy, hard to hang on to. But fortunately, they're slippery, and they'll just slip right on out of here. So let them go. Let them go. Let them go. No need to hang on. Just allow. Allow them to fall away from you. And at the same time, this really strong grounding energy is here, keeping you secure and safe. And in your body. It's safe to be in your body when you know the truth of who you are. Now bring your energy from your mind up to an energy portal over your head. I'd suggest today that we take the golden portal. The golden portal is about truth and value. So I'd really like you to choose that one. You can choose whichever one you want, but I'm strongly recommending the golden portal today. And as you touch that with your awareness, that connection between you and spirit that's always there expands, strengthens, amplifies. And with that strengthening and amplification, this living light of love and this golden hue, this golden energy flows down into the top of your head, into your mind, into your third eye, into your discernment centers, into your eyes, into your ears, and your mouth, your throat, your heart space. Flows through your whole body. Just feel that golden energy flowing in and through you. And there may be some stuck spots because sometimes we identify so strongly with these I am things, especially if they've been expressed to us, you are, under traumatic circumstances, then we claim them, we own them. And this living light of love, this golden energy, can unlock that. So that they may register as pain in your body or discomfort in your body. And let this living light of love and this golden energy flow to that pain or that sense of disruption. And let it feed that. And as it feeds that area, again, this untruth is slippery. It'll just slip right on out of there. And it'll be replaced with this living light of love that's all about value. It's about the truth of who you really are. Even if you don't quite know what it is just yet, it's okay. Just let the living light of love that knows you, that understands you, that delights in you, even if you can't delight in yourself. Let that living light of love access and heal those wounded points. And let that energy flow through you. And let even more of that living light of love flow into the earth, deep into the earth. Let it go into the earth. You're a conduit of this living light of love. Other people are searching for their I am. They're searching for the great I am, and they're searching for their own I am. And by having this living light of love anchored into this physical plane, they have a better chance of finding it. What a beautiful gift. What a gift to give. Thank you for sharing that. And now very gently, gently, gently close the bottoms of your feet. And as you close the bottoms of your feet, you're going to find yourself in an open meadow. And this open meadow is a beautiful sunny day. Maybe you feel the sunshine on your face. Maybe there's a slight breeze. Beautiful warm temperature, just perfect temperature for you. If you like it a little cooler, it's a little cooler. If you like it a little warmer, it's a little warmer. It's perfect for what you enjoy. This is a perfect experience for you. And in this meadow, there's grass, tall grasses, and wildflowers everywhere. And it just feels delightful to be here. And as you're just being in this open meadow, you look up into the sky. The sky is beautiful blue. Fluffy white clouds. And you notice that there's a rainbow in those clouds. There's no rain, but there's iridescent colors in the clouds. They call those a fire cloud or an iridescent cloud. I'm going to use the term fire cloud just because I think that's more fun. So notice the fire cloud. You've seen them before. It's amazing. There's no rain around, no dark clouds around, just this luminescence in the sky. Beautiful. And you notice, as you're noticing this, you have a sense of the beauty of the day. Maybe you can smell the wildflowers. You feel the plants under your feet. Maybe you can hear birds singing in the distance. And you're just taking in the beauty of this day, of this moment, and just being at peace. Just allowing yourself to experience I am. And as you notice now again the fire cloud, you notice it's getting closer. It's coming down. And this fire cloud rests right in front of you. All the iridescent colors, just beautiful. And you notice the colors are brighter and clearer and more alive than anything you've ever experienced before. I'd like you to notice those colors deeply. Notice them richly. So notice the red that's here. This is a vibrant red. And when you notice that red, you have a sense of your own power, your own strength. It recharges your batteries to notice that red. You have a sense of that? And now notice the orange. Feel the strength of that. The connections that are within that orange. The safety, the security that's there. And now notice the yellow. So vibrant, so alive. And it amplifies within you your own sense of joy. Everyone has a different sense of humor. Some people think that's funny. Some people think the other thing's funny. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this joy of living, and you feel it. You can really experience that. And notice now the green. Beautiful green. So strengthening and healing and empowering, and makes you feel like you want to grow. Learn something new. Do something different. Experience life on a whole other level. Now notice the purple and the blue. Maybe it's blue first and then the purple, but notice them. Notice how intense they are. Notice how bright those are and how clear they are. And then notice there's white here also. Just brilliant white. And as you're experiencing the blue and the purple and the white, you have a sense of this higher vibration energy that has lots more to teach you, lots more for you to understand. And you're willing, and you're open, and you're excited to learn. You're excited to know. You're so excited that you step into the cloud. And all of these colors swirl around you and allow you to feel all of them at once. And the cloud will lift you up now. You're being uplifted. And you find yourself looking over a countryside. And there's a city there. And there's mountains. And there's farmland. There's a valley. There's a river running through. And you know that there are people that exist there. And the people that exist there may or may not agree with you politically. They may or may not agree with you about anything. But they're just trying to find their way home. They're trying to find their own I am. And you have compassion for that, because there's a lot of people who are struggling. A lot of people who are fearful. A lot of people who are lonely. So your compassion now activates this fire cloud. And little droplets of color separate themselves from the stream of color that's here and go to each person as needed. So see this cloud, not raining, but sending little droplets to every human being in this area, just as they need. Your compassion did that. Your intent to express compassion did that. That is your I am that did that. And they can receive that or they can reject it. It's up to them. It's choice. But you've given a great gift. And allow yourself to honor your compassion and your intent for doing so. And now the colors in this fire cloud move a little bit, shift a little bit. And you find that you are being surrounded by one particular color. Allow yourself to absorb that color, vibrate at that color, and be filled by that color. Whatever color you receive has deep energy and may have a clue for your I am. Allow yourself to be in this I am color for a moment. Breathe it in. Feel it. Notice it on your skin. Notice it going deep into your body, into your organs. Touching every fiber and every cell of your being so that you are being activated on a higher level than ever before. And you're being blessed by this divine nature, the I am. And you have an even stronger sense of being uplifted out of the world's traumas and difficulties. You're still a human. You're still an earthling. You're still going to have a life in this physical plane. But you can be uplifted out of it at any moment by just recognizing your I am. That sense of divine creator that exists within you. And it can feed and nourish and bless you. Notice how that feels. And allow yourself to receive this on a deep, strong level. And now the colors move again, and you're now standing in an array of all of the colors. And this fire cloud now descends, touches earth, and you step off the fire cloud. And the fire cloud hesitates here just for a moment, and you can witness its beauty and its glory for just another moment, relishing in this experience and knowing that you can recall it at any time. And very gently, this fire cloud lifts itself back into the sky, and you watch it as it ascends. And you have a sense that your ascension, you too are ascending energetically and spiritually and physically on a whole other level right now. And as you're experiencing that, look down at the ground where the cloud was. And there's a symbolic object there for you. Maybe it's a tool. Maybe it's a flower. Maybe it's a crystal. Maybe it's a fragment of the cloud. Whatever the cloud has left you, this is a gift to assist you on your I am journey, on your ascension path. So pick that up. You can put it in your heart space. You can put it into your mind. You can put it into your symbolic pocket. You can put it into a little carrying case or a little pouch in your that you can carry around your neck. Doesn't matter where you carry it, or even just in your imagination. It just is absorbed into your being. But know that whatever that symbolic object was, it has spiritual significance for you in finding your I am or walking your I am ascension path. So allow yourself to receive that with deep gratitude, deep gratitude. And you may want to leave a token of your appreciation here. Sometimes people like to leave something they don't want anymore. Just leave it behind, let it go. You might want to do that. And sometimes people will leave a gratitude gift. And the gratitude gift is also symbolic of your I am. Could be symbolic of your I am. Give you a clue, even more information about your I am journey. So allow yourself to just decide, what would I leave here if I could, just to symbolize the experience of this fire cloud. And leave that here, leave that now. As a blessing, as a gift, as an acknowledgement. And now allow yourself to find your way from this meadow back into this time and space, back into the here and now, back into your body, fully present, fully awake, fully alive. You might want to wiggle fingers, wiggle toes to make sure that you're physically and you're spiritually connected again. Remember, it's empowering to be connected fully in your physical form while you're experiencing your ascension path. Yes, we're done, Phil. So Phil's back to share with us communion. There you go. Jesus also said at one point, I am the bread of life. So this symbolizes the bread of life, the ability to nourish ourselves spiritually and understanding, bring ourselves spiritual understanding and awareness. So join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of light, we are indeed grateful for this nourishment. Anchor us into this physical form, and yet anchor us into our I am presence. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Dry. Okay. Yes, we're quite sacrilegious. Better to be sacrilegious than sanctimonious.
Big time.
So, did you just spill on yourself? Yeah, just wipe it on your sweats there. You're just wearing sweats today. Kind of let that.
Go ahead.
So, join us in prayer, please. Loving Spirit of light, as we drink this in, help us to drink in life, all of it, and help us to drink it in with that I am presence and awareness. Uplift us. These things we pray in the name of Jesus. Amen. So, About this time, Phil would ask somebody to say words over our contribution.
We have no words.
We have no words. Gosh golly. Can't do this without you.
Zippity doo dah.
It's a team effort here. And thank you for your participation in that. There's people that have continued to be very generous in their donations. We are so grateful for that. Because we're
still got a building.
Yeah, we're nowhere near what our normal contributions are. So, thank you for any gifts that you do choose to give us. You can send them to the church. I know several people give money to me directly, and then I make sure it gets deposited.
Or I know that Beth will usually post things here pretty quick about how to get
donations.
Donations,
yes, a donation link.
Although I don't remember seeing her today.
Yeah, I think she's there.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, if you can't figure that out, you can text me or type it in and send it to Phil here in a minute, and we'll get you the information as best we can.
Mm-hmm. But so far, there's no questions.
Well, are you
Beth.
ready?
There's the link. Thank you, Beth.
Thank you, Beth. So, if you have a question about your guided meditation, about what you received or what you left, type it up to Phil. He and I will connect via phone, and I will help you discern what the symbolically might mean for you. I hope you've enjoyed that. I did. I loved that.
I saw Lori say something about she wanted to see something on camera. I don't know what she was referring to.
Well, go look.
I don't know what she's referring to.
Oh.
So something you must have been saying.
I don't know.
Oh. Mary said received a crystal raindrop, and left a sea star. Starfish.
Received a crystal. Did she say what color, Phil? I can't read that.
I don't remember. Turquoise, wasn't it?
I have no idea. I hope it doesn't slip away before you get there.
No, she didn't.
Okay. So we're going to assume it's clear if it was crystal teardrop. So this is letting you know that your sorrow is a physical expression of what you're here about, but it's not who you are. However, because you've had sorrow, you have a deeper level of compassion than a person that hasn't. That sorrow, that experiences that you've had grants you access to deeper compassion. The starfish has multiple layers here to its meaning. One aspect of this is be a star. You are a star, shine on. And the other aspect is if a starfish has a limb cut off, they'll regrow that. So it's healing. So you have a great deal of healing energy available to you for yourself and for others. So you've been through a lot of sorrow and difficulty, which has amplified your ability to have compassion and has amplified your healing ability. So even though you may not be in a place to utilize that yet, it's coming. And that ability is going to be gifted to you in a stronger measure. So I hope that's a blessing to you. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to get Phil on the intercom, see if there's anything else. Hello, anything else, my dear?
Well, actually, I need to... Hello?
Yeah.
I can't hardly hear you.
I'm turning my volume up. Can you now?
Are you closer to the phone?
I am as close as I can get without putting it in my mouth.
Oh, wait a minute.
You could turn your volume up.
Actually, I could turn it on to speakerphone. Stupid phone.
Stupid phone. It's the phone's fault, right?
I know. Michelle said that since we're home, we could have used real wine. She's going to go make a mimosa.
Oh, okay.
Michelle did leave. She left a cloak.
A cloak. Did she say what color cloak?
No.
Okay. So a cloak has multiple uses. This is what you left. Often what we leave has spiritual significance and letting us know what we came here to do. It's our gift. So what you left, unless you specifically left it because of something you were letting go of, this is about wrapping others in comfort, being comforted. It's about cloaks keep us warm, cloaks keep us safe. So this is comfort and security that you're offering others. That's part of what you came here to do. That's part of your I am, is to be comforting. Make sense?
At least you didn't get a dagger to go with it.
True.
Yep.
Then she'd be a mystery writer.
Yes. Brock said, I'm going to just read the whole thing. Where the rainbow cloud touched the ground after it lifted, there was a colorful mushroom growing out of the ground.
Colorful mushroom.
Uh-huh. I took a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Tasted like yummy cake.
Ooh.
I quick-dried the rest and stored it away for another time. Then I left an ancient tomb full of runes and incantations.
Okay, so let me see if I can get this. So the mushroom, and it tasted like cake. All right, so mushrooms grow in the darkness.
A yummy cake.
A yummy cake. So, but mushrooms grow in the darkness. So you've kind of been hidden away for a while. But that's given you an opportunity to grow and mature and have this wonderful attitude about you. You've got this sweet spirit about you. So now you can allow, you've dried parts of it so that you can remember who you are at any time. You can remember the sweetness of who you are at any time. And you can carry that with you. Because we forget. We forget. And what did he leave? I'm sorry. A tomb full of
runes and incantations.
Runes and incantations. Okay, so this is ancient spiritual wisdom. So you came to tap into some ancient spiritual wisdom and to utilize that for the benefit of humankind. So I hope you can find ways to do that. I'll have to get out my runes class and teach us how to read runes and all that sort of thing. So, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can find that information. But there's ancient wisdom, however you choose to utilize that. And know that incantations are words. Your words have great power. So choose your words carefully and know that they make a difference. Okay? Anything else?
Michelle buzzed back and said it was a red cloak.
Okay, so this is, red tends to be about power, empowerment. So again, part of what you came here to do is help people find their power, find their worth, their value. Okay, what else?
Scott received a small metal cross, and he gave the same one back. And he also received the cobalt blue color.
Okay, this cobalt blue is about communication. And so also for you, your words have power, Scott. And this cross is about the sacred path, the ascension path, that sacred path of walking with Jesus. And the fact that you gave it back is about saying that you share that, because other people are ready to know. Other people are ready to walk that path too. And you have the ability to share with them the ease of it and the beauty of it, even though life can be difficult. Does that make sense? Anything else?
I don't know if you can read the last part of Cheryl's on your screen. It's cut off on mine. She said she received the cross as well.
It says mine was bejeweled.
Okay.
So lots of jewels. Okay, wonderful. So this doesn't say what colors of jewels or whatever, but I'm assuming it's had a variety of jewels. So this gives you that faith with power. Faith has power in your life. So allow yourself to use that faith in your ascension path and share that with others. People can be blessed by that. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, wonderful. I think we've done it by George. Another one. I hope you enjoyed that journey into the fire cloud. I know I certainly did. And if you have any other questions about any of the I am process, we're going to look at this again. I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do it, but we're going to look at it again on Wednesday for Wednesday Wisdoms at 6:30. So anything else you need to share?
No, except, after all these months of us doing this, you can see that our dog is actually maturing a little bit and being a little bit more calm. She had a little bit of a medical issue, and so we're thinking maybe that might have been agitating her some, so she's significantly calmer than she was.
Yes.
That's nice.
What a blessing.
Yeah.
All right.
Except for her way of, she finally figured out a way to get out of the yard and be gone for a few minutes and play in sprinklers and come back soaking wet. Finally figured out how she was doing that, so had to follow her this morning.
She's too smart.
She's a smart ass. Alec.
All right. Energy circle. If you're by yourself, just put your hands together and feel the energy flow back and forth between your hands. Want to just do that? Yes. So you're connected into that divine source. You're still connected into that golden light, which is about acknowledging your value, the value of the I am. Let that energy touch your heart space and flow out into your left hand, receive from your into the right. Let it balance back and forth just a bit. And then take that energy, bring it into your heart space, lock it in, carry it with you. May your life be a prayer. God bless. We'll see you next time.